Your daughter comes home with a boyfriend. What is one thing that would make you say no? He's rude to her. He honks the horn. What next? Is he gonna snap his fingers? Shake the ice cubes in his empty glass? This type of behavior used to be commonplace a few generations ago. I remember my mother said my grandfather would tap his glass to signal to my grandmother to refill it. My mother said it was just accepted as normal in that generation, as wives were expected to wait on their husbands as that was their primary role in those days. My wife would laugh in my face if I was that disrespectful to her. Age, gang affiliation, and signs of a drug user like tracks or meth mouth. Curious. What age is an issue? Too old for her. Like 25 dating 17-ig. I was thinking too young lol, like if she's 16 and brought home a 12-year-old. Start thinking about too old cause that's way more likely. It's clearly just 3 children in a trench coat. Vincent Adultman. What? He's clearly a grown up. He went to the stock market and did a business for Christ's sakes at the business factory. If he belittles her. Have 2 dating age sons. And I gotta say the door swings both ways on that one. One time the older one showed up with his HS girlfriend, and in the course of the first few minutes she made belittling comments, hit him, pushed her hand in his face to interrupt him talking, told him he'd be buying her something nicer than what he'd just offered, and generally made it clear she was a piece of shit. I informed her that if a guy treated my daughter the same way he'd end up in the deep freeze in the garage, while I volunteered for the missing person search. She didn't stick around long, and the kid has better self-esteem these days. You're a great dad. No regrets tattoo on his neck. You have no regrets. Not even a letter? Know what I'm saying? Well, I'm awake, and I speak English. So yeah, I do know what you're saying. If he's wearing a dead swan as a necklace, what about a goose? If it's trained well enough, it shouldn't be a problem. It's dead. It wasn't trained very well. He is my age or older. He is disrespectful. He is a known criminal. He has multiple babies by several different mothers. He is 1 year younger than you. He is respectful. Maybe. He do crimes, but keeps it low key. He has 1 baby from a one night stand. The perfect boyfriend. If it's family, son, go to your room, and I mean your room. But stepmom said I have to share the bed with my stepsister. Honey, go get stuck in the dryer right now. If he's a drug addict, good answer. But you probably wouldn't even know that was the case unless someone specifically mentions it. Good evening. I'm a heavy cocaine and heroin user. Nice to meet you. My roommate's mom genuinely introduces herself like this. Why though? If he's way older than her, edit. I can't believe I'm saying this, but a 1 year age gap is not far/way older at all. Depends on the age. 15 to 18 is a massive age gap. Jump. 21 to 25 not so much. 1 year isn't even a gap. It's 1 foot in front of the other. No jumps. He's not human. Bro, IDK man. If my daughter brought in Garrus, https://Mass Effect fandom.com/wiki/Garrus_Vicarian from Mass Effect, I'd be like, hell yeah dude. Opposite of no, Garrus is invited into dad's private space for some calibrations. Poor Garrus is still in the engine room 10 years later doing his calibrations. The war against the Reapers has been over for centuries, he remarks to himself, but the calibrations must continue, or else the element zero. A man who looks like a zombie, but he's just a bunch of gnomes working to make my daughter their queen. Is that a Gravity Falls reference, LMAO? You're my best friend now. Schmebulok, pukes rainbows. He wears a I never use condoms t-shirt. Oddly specific. Better than I never use condoms. And I never pull out t-shirt. You know what they call people who use the pull out method? Parents. If he seems like a disrespectful bad boy dumbus, then no. Thanks. I don't care if he's smart or not. If he's got a bike or tattoos. If he has good intentions and is well meaning, then he has my go ahead. Having spent a lot of time around the alt community and players and fuckboys, I can smell the shitheads from a mile away. Of course. I wouldn't want to be the type of dad that keeps his daughter in a tower, but there's a difference between this kid is only trouble. I gotta prepare for the tears to flow and actual overconfident idiots that might genuinely put her well-being in danger or leave her with an addiction or a kid. One is a maturing experience that we must all pass through, and one is a tick that needs to be pulled off her skin before it digs in. We all know the type of dudes I'm talking about. The same goes if I had a son too. For dipshitness is not sexist. Dipshitness is not sexist. Words of wisdom right there. She comes home. I don't have a daughter. If he's older than me, totally cool with your high school friend coming to dinner then, lol. Maybe. He disrespects her. I don't care how he looks, what he does for a living, what race is, what his socioeconomic background is. If he's mean or disrespectful to my daughter, I'm doing everything I can to persuade her to leave him. If he opened the door and said, "Do you think the Hobbit trilogy was better than the Lord of the Rings trilogy?" I wouldn't be mad if he said that, but I'd be mad if his answer was that the Hobbit trilogy counts are all. There's only two things I hate in this world: people who are intolerant of other people's cultures and the Dutch. Apostrophe. I was raised by frickin' Belgians. A. Drugs. Face tattoos. It's her brother, her dad. So you going to say no to yourself? So you going to say no to yourself? Maybe he's the stepdad. Oh, HMM. What a twist. Or she could be saying no to her husband. Swastika on his face, or prefers spring mattress over memory foam. Spring framework. I love the idea of a dad sitting down in his chair, beer bottle in one hand, and saying something akin to, "So, what do you use for the back end? I'll have you know this is a Ruby on Rails only household." Not respecting her personhood, independence or opinions. If he is an idiot, he doesn't know who SpongeBob is, or what a potato is. Ha, I remember that Reddit post. If he doesn't share his drugs, just plain rude. I'm probably going to say no no matter what. I mean, my oldest daughter is 7 FFS, but Jeremy can climb the monkey bars upside down. Oh shit, Jeremy sounds like an absolute alpha. If he's wearing a name badge that says either Elder Smith or Elder Young, and he's carrying a Book of Mormon. Hello, my name is Elder Price. I would like to share with you this most amazing book. Disrespectful to animals.